Nigeria's Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says the prudent management of national resources rather than geopolitical restructuring will lift the nation out of poverty. He said this while fielding questions from a cross-section of Nigerians at the town hall meeting in Minnesota, that's in the United States of America. Maria Olashende was there for us in our report.
These Nigerians living in Minnesota, USA, are desirous of a change in the negative narrative and perception of Nigeria. And in this town hall meeting, they vigorously engage Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on the state of the nation's economy. Their questions seem endless, as if they are determined not to give the Vice President a breathing space and touch on all sectors in Nigeria.
Under President Muhammadu Buhari, launched the National Homegrown School Feeding Program in 2016.
Into the healthcare sector, and I wanted to know what they are doing to reform it, because health is wealth, and in Nigerians, people are dropping dead. We don't know why it's happening.
So we want to know why is it so difficult to fix electricity, to fix education, to fix the problems of Nigeria.
The states that constituted the Western region, the same states that constituted the Western region, are not making money from agriculture as they ought to be. They're not. They're not making any money from tax as they ought to be. They're not. The same states that constituted the Western region are not able to do the things that the Western region did in those days. So it is not a matter, and we must not allow ourselves to be drawn into the argument that it's about some geographical restructuring. No. It is about managing resources properly and providing for the people properly. That's what it's about. It's not about restructuring.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo is undeterred and patiently gives convincing responses to their queries.
This is oil earnings of the federal government of Nigeria, and this is from the OPEC report. If you look at the 1990 to 1998, that's what we earned. If you look at the Obasanjo years, we earned 401 billion. That's from 1999 to 2009. If you look at the last administration, that's 4 years, 391.9. This is up until 2017 December. The present administration, 94 billion. Much more with so much less. Why is that possible? As I said, if you can control grand corruption, first of all, you can make sure that the resources go to the right places. And I said that if he sits down, if that man sits down, just sits down, does nothing, just sits down, does nothing, calls in the morning and says, Professor, how are you doing? All is well. If he does nothing, we'll save 60% of our resources. Why? Because he's not going to sign to take money out from the treasury and steal it. That's it. That is the simple fact of the matter. That's the simple fact of the matter.
Narrative of the story of Nigeria in most places is either Nigeria is corrupt or people are not doing well. But Minnesotans want to say there's a different Nigerian people in this country, and we want to be the flagship of the new Nigeria. That's what we want to do. So we want to change that narrative. We are not complainers, we are nation builders, to raise nation builders out of Minnesota.
As a Nigerian here in the States, I'm impressed with the Vice President. He has the knowledge of what is needed in the country. They met a challenging situation, and I think that challenging situation is being worked out.
The theme of this town hall meeting is building a new Nigeria, and it's the first of the kind here in Minnesota. The meeting is a time to engage Nigerians living here on issues bordering on Nigeria's economy. After the question and answer session, Nigerians here have pledged their support for the Buhari administration. Maria Olashende, TVC News, Minnesota.